we're gonna be making, what is it again? A John the Baptist puppet. Oh boy, let's see what's in the bag over here. All right, kids, we're gonna make our John the Baptist puppet. I'm so excited. So, you've got the basic structure included. It's got its John the Baptist arms and the sock part to stick your hand in. So we'll be dealing with that. And then we've got the other pieces and parts right here. What have we got in here? Well, one thing you know our John the Baptist is going to need is some of that crazy black hair. Is that in here? Ah, yeah, there it is. Oh, and our John the Baptist was naked. You know something? Yours is going to have a camel hair jacket on. So we'll be cutting that out. So you're going to need scissors for this activity. And of course, the jacket's going to need to be tied in the front. Oh my goodness, John the Baptist's hair is getting everywhere. So we've got a little cord to tie around John the Baptist's camel hair coat. We've got one eye for John the Baptist. Have we got another one? Oh, I hope so. Yep, got two eyes. Oh, I've even included some glue so stickiness can ensue. We've got, I bet that's going to be, let's look. Here's our John the Baptist. Yep, that's going to be the inside of his mouth. And I've included some of the things John the Baptist says. So once you get your John the Baptist puppet put together, you can practice with some of these quotes. So let's get started. So let's just start by doing some of our cutting. You're going to have to find some scissors. So let's cut out the inside of his mouth. And just follow this as closely as you can. If it's not perfect, you can always glue this side down and nobody will even know that it's not perfect, right? There's one. Now, this is the camel hair cloak. We've got a couple of things I want you to do. You notice that we've got some holes here. These two circles are going to be where John the Baptist's arms go. So you're going to need to cut out these holes. So let me do one of those. So stick your scissor through the pre-cut hole and then just kind of follow around and cut that out. These vertical lines on the coat, we'll cut out both of those. They've already been cut out for you by Miss Chris. All right, so I've cut out the two armholes, and depending on how large your John the Baptist, I think that'll fit. That should work. The next thing I'm going to do is cut around the outside, and I'll do that in just a second. Okay, so I finished cutting out the camel hair cloak that he will be wearing, and set that aside. The last thing that we need our scissors for is to cut out a little beard, a little chin wig for our John the Baptist. And then he also needs hair, because remember he was a Nazarite and his hair just grew and grew and grew. So he'll need two, this is going to need to be cut into two separate pieces. So I'm just going to cut a little piece for his little beard. Let's just do that. And let me warn you, this is going to get all over your house when you cut it. So let's do this little one for his beard. And then for his top, maybe I'll just kind of, I'm going to flip it over on the back side. Just kind of round it off here a little maybe. Do what you want with it. Maybe I'll just make it kind of a round piece of hair. All right. Come back in a minute and we'll get assembling. So this is one of our John the Baptist puppets that I have not turned right side out. This is what it looks like on the inside. And you can see where I sewed in the arms, the two arms. And the other thing you'll notice is there's a piece of black cardboard that I've put on the seam of the sock, the toe of the sock. And I wanted you to see that because this is going to be underneath your pink mouth once I turn it right side out. It's going to give a little structure to the puppet. It's going to be where your fingers are going to be holding on to make his mouth move. But I wanted you to see the inside of our John the Baptist puppet before we go any further. Now I'm just going to flip it right side out. And this is going to look like what you received in your craft bag today. So flip it like that. And you can see here is the seam of the toe of the sock. And if I put my hand in there, I can make it go back and forth like that, so it moves, right? So what we're going to do is put glue on this surface and then put the mouth felt on top of that glue. So let's get out our fabric glue. This is a brand new jar for each of you. What you're going to need to do, I believe, is cut the top off right there, or ask an adult to do it for you, but just give it a little snip. It's not as easy as it looks. I'm going to lay my puppet down and put glue on this area. Now my glue is clear. Some of you got clear glue, some of you got white, but it's all fabric glue and it should work for you. I'm just going to smear a nice amount just on top of that cardboard that's inside. And then I'm going to lay the pink mouth on top of that. Yay, that's done. Okay, so this, where the pink is, this is the front of John the Baptist. What we need to do is put his eyes on the top of his head, above his mouth. So I'm going to flip him over, and there you can see the heel of the sock. Now the two eyes that I've given you, I've actually put a piece of that sticky adhesive material on the eyes. So you can peel off the protective covering on the back and stick your eyes down. Yay! There you go. We'll go back to getting our craft glue for the hair, and it's just going to come up over the eyes here. Just going to put a big smear of glue there. Woo, press that down. And the last thing we need to glue on is his little beard, his little goatee. So in this case, I'm going to flip it back over and put it right under the mouth there. Just put a little glue there. Now again, this glue is not going to dry super quickly, so you may have to be a little patient. But essentially, he's assembled now. We just need to put some clothes on him. So, I'm going to take my cloak, put it like that, put his arms through the two holes. You may have to squeeze and pull. There he goes. He looks a little uncomfortable with his arms bent back like this, but when you live in the desert, he's probably used to discomfort. Now, the last thing we need to do is put a belt on him. We'll do that next. Okay, so we've got his little coat on. Now, giving you the yarn, actually it's the cord of his coat, and one end has the little piece of tape on it because Miss Chris has shown us a fabulous way of poking yarn through holes by using a little taped eyelet on the end. So you're going to find the first two holes and go under and over. Okay? Then you're going to find two right in the middle of John's back. Go down and then back up again. Give it a pull. And then there are going to be two more over on this side. So we're going to find that hole and that hole. Just kind of pull it even. And then we're going to flip John over. Pull this side in, that side in. Pull his little beard out. And then you should be able to tie his cloak, his camel hair cloak. And he is ready to go and start telling people to prepare. Oh, his little goatee's coming off. Prepare the way of the Lord. I hope you've enjoyed this craft now that we're in Advent. And come back next week and we'll learn a little bit more about John the Baptist and his relationship with Jesus. Bye, guys. Bye.